starting our proceedings. So, good morning. The NBAC, headed by our beloved chairman, welcomes and appreciates your presence today. So we welcome our stakeholders, pardon me if I don't mention your name, our partner agencies, friends from the media, beloved directors of the Commission, and MIRU. Thank you for accepting the invitation of the Commission to witness today's demonstration, which is part of our regular NBAC meeting. Today is incidentally our NBAC meeting, and the demonstration you'll be about to witness forms part of the formal proceedings of the Commission towards their decision-making process. So Miru will be showing us what the voter will experience on election day. So they will show us the process of voting, counting, and canvassing. Since this is a formal proceeding, we request and we enjoin everyone to observe the proper decorum. So without any further ado, let me ask or request our chairman to give his short message.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Dr. Soy. Good morning to everyone. And maraming salamat sa lahat ng members ng Commission and Bank, to all our guests, to the members of the senior staff, to all our employees, and the members of the media. Good morning, and thank you very much for coming and witnessing the demonstration of MIRU as the sole and lone bidder for the lease of 110,000 machines
Wala eh.
used for the forthcoming 2025 elections. Actually po, as I explained already to Congressman, this is the first time that the NBank had seen these machines. And that's the reason why nagbubulungan kami kanina pa, turo-turo kami. First time po namin nakita itong mga makina na to because we have no participation whatsoever as far as the conduct of the bid, as far as the conduct of the post-qualification is concerned. And so we are hoping that you can join us in making the proper decision, arriving at the proper decision when the proper time comes. We already received, for your information, the reports and recommendation coming from our Special Bids and Awards Committee, as well as the TWG. But nonetheless, we still decided to proceed with this demonstration so that we, before even voting, would like to see for ourselves and for us to be able to test these machines. Again, at this point, your NBank had not yet voted as to whether to accept the recommendation of the SBAC or to reject the same. And so therefore, this is a very crucial day on the part of the Commission on Election. And for your information also, today, there is an ongoing proceedings already still, also at the fourth floor of this building, because there is an ongoing submission of bid and later on opening of the bid for our transmission. And that's very important also. That's one of the most important components of the AES system that the COMELEC will be using by 2025. And this is to emphasize the point that, again, the most crucial period is the end of March of 2024. The Commission must be able to award important contracts from the software and the hardware, the transmission, including the system that we're going to use for our overseas voting. And it is not because there is only one bidder that the award will automatically be given to it or to that particular bidder. What is important is everything will have to be transparent, accountable, and inclusive. At mapagmamalaki po naman natin na magsimula pa lang tayo sa bidding process. Almost every one of you here present, including our dear Citizens Arm, were present during this undertaking. Sila mismo nakasaksi, ginawa nating transparent and inclusive yung proseso natin. And katulad din po nito, so that at least we will be able to feel from you, when you participate later during the demonstration, on your comments as far as these machines are concerned. Take note, these machines were customized in accordance with the terms of reference which the Commission came up last year pa po. And hindi po ito yung mga machines na ang COMELEC ang nag-adjust sa kanila. Sila ang nag-adjust base sa ating requirement ng terms of reference. It's really unfortunate, if I may personally express, that it's really, really unfortunate that of the 6 prospective bidders, only 1 participated and submitted the bid document. According to the other bidders, simply because they lack sufficient time. According to the other bidders, simply because it's too it's not the amount or the amount which is required for purposes of the bidding is heavily it included other collaterals or peripherals, such as for information. Gagawin po natin for this election, hindi lang po yung machines kasi yung i-release ng commission including the ballot boxes kung sakali, including even the printing of the ballots, including even the papers. So hindi na po ang inyong komisyon ang mag-i-import ng mga papel, and therefore hindi po namin pinakialaman ang sabi namin doon sa terms of reference natin, bahala yung supplier o yung ating provider kung anong klaseng papel yung gagamitin. Kung natatandaan nyo po before, 160 GSM. Whether it's 160, 180, it doesn't matter so long as the machine will be able to read the votes, and it's up to them. So, nakabundle po halos lahat, except transmission of the results. We decided to unbundle the transmission of the results so that we will be able to have other prospective suppliers or provider. So muli po, maraming salamat at pagpasensyahan niyo na po kung nakuha namin ang inyong oras at panahon. This is really part of our democratic process. Help the Commission on Election. Thank you very much and good morning po.
Hello once again. Before we start the demonstration, earlier on, we asked for volunteers who will fill up ballots and feed it to these machines. So we have volunteers, Congressman Emilio Canwatco III, Jerry and Phyllis from the ICT, Sarah Joy Francisco from the OST, and President Noel Galvez from KBP, it's Ana De Villa Simpson, PPCRV. And from the media, we have Dante Amento, UNTV, Patricia Lopez from IBC 13, and Gerard Naval from Malaya. And of course, from Celis, and Commissioner Celis, and Commissioner Amy. And from the directors should be Director Chin, Director Nori, and Director Martin. Thank you for your for volunteering. Thank you. So I'm now giving the floor to MIRU, and who will show us what we will experience as a voter during election day. So please let us welcome Mr. Ken Cho. He is the Vice President of MIRU, and Jason Lee, who is the Sales Manager. So I'm giving the microphone to him, and he has the floor.
Presentation. Well, good morning. First, I'd like to deeply thank the respectable chairman, the commissioners, directors, and everyone at Comelec for this great opportunity to introduce our company and our solutions to Comelec. This is a great honor and privilege, and it certainly beats my last birthday. Yeah, I just got older and grumpier. Okay, so we'll just go through a brief company overview, and then we'll start the end-to-end demonstration, and we'll try to make it more in plain English so that everybody can understand better, rather than using some technical terms. Okay, so okay, MIRU was established in 1999, so we're about a quarter of a century old company. We started our company developing high-speed scanners. We're the first company in Korea to develop high-speed scanners. So we are very experienced in the optical scanners, which only back then, only a handful of companies in the world were able to develop high-speed scanners. And we have really experienced staff from Samsung Electronics, LG Electronics, global system integrators like EDS. So we have, our biggest advantage is probably our staff. And we design and develop our system, including mechanical design, electrical design, and we also do assembly within our own manufacturing plant. And half of us actually have over 20 years of experience. So for us, our bigger challenge is to stay younger and fit rather than developing a system like this. Okay, next. Okay, we started our elections business realizing that we have technologies, technical experience in scanning technology, along with our software development experiences. So we started with the election systems in Parliament, Korean Parliament in 2005. And from there, we have developed and delivered really complex ballot sorting system, which is very, very complicated than most other voting machines like this. But that's a requirement in Korea. Each country has different requirements. And through that experience, we started with overseas business with Kyrgyzstan, Russia, Fiji, Iraq, and DR Congo, to name a few. Actually, because of our reliability of our devices and solutions, we have our customers like Iraq, Russia, and DR Congo. They have repeated for our service and solutions. So for Iraq and Russia, there were at least three consecutive national elections we provided, and DR Congo just last December we completed a second consecutive national election. So because of the, I think the time schedule here, I'm going to hand over the microphone over to Jason Lee, who's much younger and better looking, okay, for the end-to-end demonstration. Okay, Jason.
Thank you, Ken, for the very humbling introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Jason Lee, the Overseas Sales Representative of MIRU Systems. I thank the MBANC, the Chairman, and the MBANC Committee for granting us another great opportunity to present our systems before you today. I will continue with the initial presentation, and afterwards I will guide you through the streamlined end-to-end demonstration. As an introduction for today's end-to-end demonstration, It is important to mention that this demonstration has been prepared according to Annex N from the bidding documents included in the TOR. The EMS demonstration, ACM demonstration, and CCS demonstration. And also we have prepared this demonstration by utilizing the sample data provided by COMELEC. For each section of the demonstration, we will show the following from the EMS, ACM, and the CCS demonstration. A few key points to take away for the EMS demonstration are that the sample data provided by COMELEC has been extended in order to cover other functions that can be demonstrated, such as the two-set ballot capability. Lastly, although we'll be generating sample ballot images, we have pre-printed these ballots in order to conduct the voting simulation. For the ACM demonstrations, we will showcase 5 units that will be initialized. 2 of these units will be on the DRE mode. While simulating the voting process, we will use unmarked ballots that will proceed to mark with our marking pen. And after scanning all ballots and closing each machine, the ACMs will transmit to the respective CCS using the local network that we have established. For CCS demonstration, we have 6 basic CCS. Each CCS will consolidate the results and transmit to the upper level CCS. The central server, dominant majority, dominant minority, citizens arm 1 and 2, and media will continuously receive transmission and process the information accordingly. And lastly, the general overview of the overall end-to-end demonstration. For demonstration purposes, we will be using only transmitting from the ACM 1 and 2. From the precinct level, we will transmit to the upper MBOC and to the PBOC, and finally to the MBOC. And simultaneously, the central servers and transparency servers will receive the transmissions. Thank you. This is for the initial presentation, and now we'll commence with the EMS demonstration. Yes, we'll start. We'll start with the EMS, and we'll go fast. So we'll commence with the EMS. We'll now log in. Before we start, we would like to kindly keep in mind that the election event date is January 15th, since our ballots are pre-printed and to have matching information throughout our systems. And to streamline the process, we have pre-configured the import of sample data. Now we'll import. After import, the menus from the election data to the canvassing servers are automatically configured. Now for the contest menu, the EMS user can utilize the CRUD, which is the create, read, update, and delete function to modify data if there arises a problem. For the EMS user levels, there are 3 user levels: administrator, intermediate, and regular user. With each of the user levels, there are different roles and authentication that follows. Through this, we can decide which menu they can access and operate. And all these activities are recorded in the audit log, which is immutable, as the TOR states, and it is neither erasable nor modifiable. In the canvassing server, the PKI, or the public key infrastructure server, is utilized with encryption password. For demonstration purposes, certificates have been pre-issued, but in actual implementation, a PNPKI, or Philippine National Public Key Infrastructure, will be used, and that the EMS will be connected to it in order to sign the public and private key generated here from the EMS. From the ballot definition module, here the ballot templates are generated. Through the edit, we can create the ballot information, choose whether it will be paper-based voting or electronic voting, the DRE, how many sheets per ballot, front and back, will be needed, and create ballots for BARM region. Also, we can select the region as well with this function. With the ballot template code, we could determine the order of ballots from the front page header, the contest, and footer, which can be determined. The header and footer can be selected from the predefined templates. And in the contest menu, we can select from which elective positions the ballots will require, whether they require Arabic language for the BARM region. We could select the color of the contest menus, whether they will be in vertical or horizontal, how many number of columns will be needed, and how many lines to list the candidate's name on the ballot. With this template, we are able to create ballots by choosing the creating ballot faces. Also, we can preview the ballots, and the verification PDF will be automatically issued to check whether the ballot was correctly generated. Moving on to the ACM configuration, we can import the list of EB members from Excel to streamline the process. As EB members have to digitally sign, these certificates have been pre-issued for demo purposes. These are the smart cards that have been used from the smart card writer to be issued, and these are used for the ACM, authentication of the ACM. So 3 EB members cards are needed for every step of the authentication. For the ACM reports, the EMS here dictates which reports shall the ACM be capable of issuing, capable of determining how many copies of each report will be issued, as well as how many signatures the report will require. Reports such as initialization, election returns, statistic reports, vote receipts, and such. The templates of these reports can be found here. A modification is possible when needed, and report templates can be previewed as well. For the ACM common configuration, here the ballot, ACM settings, and security, the hash code, can be configured. The election data, ballot information, and ACM configuration make up the MCF file creation, or the machine configuration file. And after all values are properly set, we generate the MCF files. The projection kit will be generated by the EMS, which contains EB member PIN code, zero out PIN code, polling place information, precincts and cluster information, and such. And through the USB copier, we are able to send the MCF machine configuration files to the ACM for initialization, for which we have prepared beforehand. These are the USBs that are needed for the machine configuration files. For the CCS configuration, we import the list of BOC members from Excel. Certification generation is possible, and several report templates are made available here within the CCS checklist. The election data, ballot info, BOC member, and CCS report templates are the CCF files, or the CCS configuration files for the CCS initialization. A production kit containing essential information of BOC members are included. And the CCF files are also copied from the USB copier and sent to the CCS for initialization. Now we'll move on to the ACM. This is our ACM machine, our units. Before we go further, I would like to describe the exterior of the units. We have the multi-touch screen. We have the A3 size feeder for better auto alignment. We have the smart card reader for authentication of our EB members. We have 4 USB ports in the back, 1 a LAN port in the back, and also an HDMI port in the back, with thermal printer fitted inside the machine, and also thermal roll holder on the outside. We also have privacy screen covers to protect and safeguard the integrity of the voters' vote. Also, this is our ACM case in which the ACM comes in with. We could store the battery, the cables, and other pertinent items that the ACM will need, including the cable ties needed to fasten the ACM to the ballot box. We have the headsets and the keypads needed for people with disabilities and people with needs. We have extra thermal roll papers that will be needed in printing and issuing the reports, and also smart cards here. Also, we have a USB modem that will be needed for the transmission, and marking pens for the ballot markings. And the case is very sturdy and stackable as well. Currently, we're running on a standalone battery, which can run up to more than 14 hours, which we have tested during last qualification process. Okay, now we'll start with the ACM initialization. We will select the precinct, and also for the initialization, as I've mentioned, every part of the process has to be authenticated with the smart cards of the EB members. So EB chairman, poll clerk, and member has to input their PIN code, which we are doing now. Good enough. Currently, we are loading the configuration files for the ACM. Now the screen has changed to open voting. And after we click on open voting, we again need to authenticate the 3 members of the EB members through the smart card insertion.
Sir, excuse me, can we request that you, from the start again, so that we can request witnesses to be at your side so that they will see how we are initializing the machine, and then later on the members of the NBank. Because we would like to know what you are touching there and pressing there.
Right, sir.
Other machine, yung other machine.
So we can start from the open voting.
Yes. Yes.
The voting is happening. Okay, so after the initialization, we are now, excuse me, here at the open voting screen. After clicking on open voting, again, we need to authenticate the 3 members of the EB members. We are now authenticating the EB chairman. We just authenticated the EB chairman. And now for the EB poll clerk, we're inputting our PIN. And for the EB member as well. Now we'll register our name for the chairman, poll clerk, and the EB member. For demonstration purposes, we'll just use the names Tom and Sam. And lastly, Bob. We'll click OK. And initialization report will be generated momentarily. Okay, so now we have our initialization report printed. On the top, we have information, election information. We have the system hash, result hash, and also the votes garnered are all 0. Excuse me. The votes garnered are all 0. We have just initialized. And the candidates are all there, listed. The digital signatures also, and the QR code. Now we can go to voting. And now we're ready to insert our ballot papers.
Can we have the ballots? We will give them to our volunteers.
For the ballots that are being tested currently, we'll use this machine since it's for this precinct. For the ballots that are being voted on currently, we will use the machine here since it belongs to this precinct.
Let us settle down for a while. I think MIRU has something to clarify. So please, Jason, let us hear Jason first.
Thank you. To the members that have received the ballot papers right now, after shading, please direct your ballots here, this machine that's the closer to the monitor here, the big monitor. Since the ballots all are assigned to this machine here with the specific precinct code. Thank you.
So we can call on the first voter, who is Commissioner Maceda. I will still be voting. So for everybody, you feed your ballots here in this machine. Let us observe Commissioner Maceda while he's feeding his ballot, his machine. This one, sir. This one. this, that one. Ah,
We're now refitting the privacy screen covers to our ACM here.
very fast. 2 seconds. 3 seconds. Gas. It's a touch screen. Use the microphone.
The ballot was returned due to the timer of 20 seconds, which is stated in the TOR request. After reviewing, we could press cast, and the ballot will be casted. And the voter receipt? Yes, sir.
And then it shows.
It shows.
This is just to check.
This is to check, yes. That for the senator contest, there was some undervotes, and also for the member, after the vice mayor, the member contest, there were some undervotes.
Where do I put this?
We put it in the back of the bin. Vote. We fold it in half, and then you put it, and then that's how we do it. That's it. That's it, sir.
The next voter would be Commissioner Amy.
There's a 20-second timer, and under that time, you could review if there was an overvote, if there was an undervote. Yes.
So what will appear here are the three contests with overvote.
Yes, abnormal voting for 3 contests. But within the 20 seconds, it has to be done. Under the current TOR, it's 20-second timer, so the ballot will be returned, and then you could recast it. You could refeed it. And since the timer is running, you could check which one, and then you could cast it. Press cast, and the vote receipt will be printed thermally, and you go to the back and put it in the receipt bin. After folding about twice,
Di ba? Our next voter is Commissioner Pulay.
So there was abnormal voting for 2 contests, sir. The first one is the senator, because there was only 10 out of the 12. That was an undervote. Yes, and everything is normal, except here, the member. Out of the 8, there was 7 selected, but within the 20-second timer, it's returned. Because the timer is 20 seconds.
Can I try
Yes,
to
yes.
check again?
Sure. So we'll wait.
Meron ba itong ano? Wala. Meron din tiklop na na balot. Meron to. Tapos itong tiklop na gaya. Ganun. Ayusin pa rin ng machine. Is it okay?
Turquero también, ¿eh?
in this group?
I don't think that's
How
gonna
about
work.
if it has marks like that? Folded marks. That's in the QR.
Folded marks. Folded marks are okay. Folded marks are okay. Yes.
Or I think like that, it has auto alignment. It will align.
Currently, the auto alignment.
It's not working.
No, it's working.
Right.
But
Right.
we'll try it. We'll try it. We'll try it. Let's try it. Let's try it.
That's okay. Now, it has the correct count. Abnormal voting is rejected.
Yes, for the
Contest.
yes.
And then one selection made, one selection made, one, two, one,
Yes.
and this one,
Undervote.
undervote.
Yes.
Yes.
20 seconds. 20 seconds. It's short. It's short. So I think that has to be customized for sure.
Yes, I think because our voters will not be able to do that in 20 seconds.
I think even for you.
So I should add timer.
Yes. We can modify that.
Yes.
We can modify.
Because I just finished the last game
Right.
and it's already ended.
But we're just going from the TR.
Both parts because I am dominant.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Pass.
Perfect. And now the vote receipt will be printed. To manually check if there was an undervote, a normal voting for other contests. And then in the back is the receptacle for the voter receipts. Yes, for sure. Yes.
We have Congressman Tanwatco as our next volunteer.
There was an overvote. Yes. And for other, if you want to review, you could scroll.
Overvote is
Yes.
not counted.
Yes, overvote is not counted. If you want to cast, you can press cast.
Planteamento muna.
For the overvote, you cannot change. For undervote, yeah, you could. Because of the 20-second timer, if it's not casted within the 20 seconds, it will return. You could vote again. You could put it back in. You could change for the undervotes. If there was an undervote, but overvoting, yes, for the overvoting, will be finished. And afterwards, voter receipt, you would print it. You could manually check also which ones were overvote, which ones that the ones that you selected for the candidates. And afterwards, you put the back and
May we call on Dante Amento from UNTV. Next is Patricia Lopez from IBC 13. Next is Gerardo Nabal from Malaya.
ballot being recognized. And for everything, you select the normal, no overvotes or undervotes. So it's all, the screen is white. And you can check which candidates you selected.
Commissioner Ceres has already cast his vote. The next are the volunteers from the media. Can we allow them to be at least at the other end of the camera? Dante Amento, please, from UNTV.
Yeah.
Voter receipt.
So there was a no more voting for 3 contests. Undervoting for the senator. Also ambiguous mark.
I did not vote for the mayor.
Let's say the mayor. Yeah, undervote mayor, so there's 0 select out of 1 possible. But the timer also. So then you could put it back if you would like to. Yes, you can. So the vote, so the vote received will reflect the undervote. Alright, you could go to the back and then put your voting seat. You lift it up and then put it down. Perfect. Thank you. Go ahead. Yes. Ballot recognized for no more voting. Going to return your casting because the review is 20 seconds of timer. You can put it back. There it is. That's the current TOR, yes. But with the customer, yes, with the customize for sure. Yes. The vote received will return. Check which ones were undervoted or overvoted or normal. And we could go to the back. Press.
Yes.
It's better to fold twice.
Fold.
And then
Fold and then push it down.
please go ahead. Yes. Insert. Yes. Automatically fill it. There was no more voting for 3 contests. You could check which one. So there was an overvote for the House of Representatives, undervote because there was 0 votes for 1 selection, and also 7 out of 8. So there's an undervote here. And we cast it, or we return. This is 20 seconds. So as long as it doesn't go here on these marks. 여기는 괜찮죠? 이거는. So this doesn't. Oh, you took the paper. 이렇게 이 정도 이렇게 찢어도. So for just the current state is okay. Yes. So when it tears upon scanning, there'll be a problem. But those minor tears, it is not an issue for now. The validity of the ballot. The tears 필요하면 좀 이렇게 달려서 신빙성이나 이런 게 좀. Yes, yes, yes. We agree. We understand. For here, since the markings are not under the circle, under the voting circle, it's not an issue. It doesn't reflect. 그럼 이렇게 할 수 있다는 거네요? Yes, yes. And as long as it doesn't intercept these markings, the timing marks. Yeah, these are the important ones here on the side because it shows, it depicts where the candidates are, which location. So these, with the machine,
excuse me, can we allow the
identify
others
these
to
marks.
cast their vote? Can we ask
I think it was returned.
the
so
DSP and the PPCRD and the president of the
you have the ballot?
KPB?
Yeah.
Ah. And
Because of the 20
Maya
second time.
from our media volunteer.
It's your request, right? But we could customize it. Yeah. It's short, 20 seconds is short. So before that, we cast it, we press cast. There you go, with 1 second you cast it. And the voter receipt. There you go. Then you fold it in two, and then you put it in the yes, voter receipt bin. Okay.
So
Go ahead.
our PPCRV volunteer is casting her vote.
It is fast. So there was abnormal voting for 2 contests. The House of Representatives. Yes. Yes, they caught it. We review it by scrolling down. There was an overvote. Yes. Sure, but the timing. So since the timing it ran out, yes, we need to reseat the ballot. Because of the timer, it ran out, so it returned your ballot. So before the timer runs out, you need to cast it, yes, in order to finish the process. You review it and cast, yes. After 20 seconds, 20-second timer, 20 seconds. It'll be returned. Yes. So you check it, you check if it's correct, if there's an undervote or overvote, then you fold it in half and put it in the vote receipt bin in the back. Thank you. Yes. So there was abnormal voting for 3 contests. We check. Undervote as well. Also keep in mind, sir, the timing. And before that, we cast it, yes. We could check our vote receipts, and afterwards we insert it into the vote receipt bin. Yes, yes. You fold it twice, fold twice. So there was no undervote, overvote, it's all normal voting. And we could review by scrolling also. To check the candidates. And we could press cast to cast your vote, yes. Voter receipt is printed. You can check, manually check which candidates picked. And then insert it in the bin. Please go ahead. Sure. there were a normal voting for 4 contests. There's an undervote for the senators, overvote for the vice governor, overvote for the vice mayor, and undervote for the party list. 10 to 20%. And we could modify that as well. Threshold percentage. Let me check with our commission.
Can we have the doon ka sa
Modify the EMS. Yeah, you could capture it. You have a timer? Oh, there's ambiguous. Ambiguous, if it's ambiguous,
Oh,
it's
dyan
the
ka.
voting counting. It's not registered. Shall we do it again? So this is more than 10% and under 20%. So thank you, smart. 이거 그냥 보관해도 돼요? 무슨 가져야 돼요? 근데 그냥
Anong tag-
그 과학기술 쪽인 것 같아요. If they allow it, if the common lake allows it, yeah. 그냥 집어넣는 거. Yeah.
We have here Gerard Nabal of Malaya, the last few volunteers.
There was a normal voting for 3 contests. Scroll down, check which one. They're overvoting for the provincial governor, ambiguous marking, ambiguous marking. So it's the, give a chance to read it. I put oval and circle. So that's why it makes the ambiguous mark, and if it's ambiguous mark, it doesn't count. Because the threshold of the system is 10 to 20%, so it falls on 20%, so that's why it's an ambiguous.
Pasukin. We have here Roberto San Pedro, PTV4.
Yeah, I think we can. voting? Yes.
verify.
Yes. So there's only, you need to do only one, but you did two, so it's an overvote. Right, that's correct. No candidate will be counted for the party list.
So I would have to.
You want to finish your voting? Resolution. Cash, yes, cash, and we cash in, the voter receipt will,
So you will verify your overvote, but you will decide whether you cast it or not.
right, all right. It's here, look, it's coming, huh? This cannot, because these markings are very important, these timing markings. That's okay, that'll be okay. This is very like, that doesn't interfere with this marking, it's okay. For now, yes. 이거는 그냥 아예 공식도 안 되겠죠? Yeah.
I will recommend the ballot security for you.
Yeah.
Baka yung ballot
이렇게 하니까 성이 아까 됐던 것 같은데 이게 성이 아니라
Yeah, it's slowly over 10%. 10% the marketing is 10% over it, then you should read it. But if it's under or right at the borderline, would be illegal, so you may not.
No matter what trade.
It doesn't matter, yeah. As long as it's within the circle, if it's over 10%, then you read. If it's under, then you may
these dots will be registered as ambiguous marks.
may like perhaps.
Is it possible to see again how many they counted?
The marking threshold has to be above 20% to be registered as a marking. So here we have ambiguous mark with checkers. One ambiguous mark.
Okay, because the QR comment here, under 10% it should be under. On red. So 10% to 20% is ambiguous. Over 20% you're acceptable to mark.
So for example, this car would still be counted.
That would still be counted. I think will be linked this one or this one.
So from the EMS, we could modify the threshold and also, if that's needed, the range, you could modify the range for that to make that count if needed by the common length. Okay. I think so, yes. Yeah, let's check. It's counted. There's no ambiguous markings. It's all normal markings as read by the system.
It's inside the box. Whatever mark
That's correct. 마킹 벗어나도 되는 건가요? 이 동그라미 안에
안에 있는 거를 계산을 하고 살짝 이렇게 어긋날 수 있잖아요.
네.
그거는 이제 세팅을 해가지고 가장 진한 부분을 해당합니다.
So the criteria is, or the markings inside the circle. So that has to increase by more than 20% to be considered as the correct marking. And also, these markings go outside the circle, but that will increase the likelihood of getting it marked. No count. It has to be under, borderline, the circle. Block? 이렇게 막 진하게 찍었다고. 찢었네요.
이거는
Okay. Not yet, because we got the ballot still. We need to catch the ballot. candidates you voted for. And you're going to go to the back and put in your voting sheet. No, no. Yeah. Okay.
It's not counted, right?
Right, I'm just marking.
Yeah. So it's probably the one that was counted.
Check.
The one that was closed out. All right.
Actually, I think one of these is done. This doesn't matter. It's on this one. As you put it down. You want to
Okay,
pass
we're
it?
good?
Yeah. There you go. You can put your receipt, yeah, in the back. Yes.
What's the
Okay. Okay, we would like to restart our demonstration with the DRE this time, ACM DRE, Direct Reading Electronic. Thank you for voting with our OMR machine, ACM. So we'll start. We'll start with the open voting of the DRE. Again, we will need to authenticate using the smart cards for the EB members. Currently, we are authenticating for the EB chairman. Next is the poll clerk. Authentication using a 6-digit PIN. Okay, we'll continue the demonstration. We're now inserting the names of the chairman and poll clerk and also the member. Afterwards, the initialization report for the DRE, ACM DRE, is being generated. So now the initialization report has been printed. The election information and also the votes garnered are all zero since it's the initialization. Now we'll go to voting. And we'll start voting with the DRE. With the DRE, the ballot is here on the screen. There's a 30-second timer for the DRE. We could select our candidates. And by pressing the same number, same candidate, we could erase and we could select again. And since we have voted 12 already, we cannot overvote anymore. So there's no overvote for the DRE. So we are selecting our candidates. We have selected, and this is the back page. So we have selected our candidates, and we'll check OK. We'll review our selected candidates. If there's no issue, we'll cast the votes. After casting of votes, similar to the OMR, the voter receipts has been printed, has been generated, and we can manually review which candidates we have. So to vote in the DRE, press start vote. And this is the ballot, electronic ballot from the screen. This is 30 seconds and it refreshes after each selection, after each activity. So there is ample time for voting with the DRE. So we are in the process of selecting our candidates, voting for our candidates. Yeah, press OK to go to the next page, the back page. And this is the second page, the back page where we check for our party list. And afterwards, we review our selections. So there was an undervote. You can press return to go back to your before setting. Start voting again. Yes. Yeah. It goes back to 0 currently. This is the TOR request, but if needed, a customization also is possible to just go back and just go back. Yes, we could just try to go back to the previous, but currently, all the lists are at 0. Yes. If you don't vote for any, you could just cast it also. Everything will be undervote. So registered as undervote. Vote receipt will reflect that. Yes. All right. Thank you. So now we'll start the voting. We could also click on the names. Yes. Just the names also. And this is the back page and the last page, yes. And we are done. We review our selections and cast. And the reports will be generated as always. We go back to the thing. But since we didn't, yeah, we just put on the side. Thank you. Thank you. 이거까지만? 아니면 그래도 시간이 안 되죠. Click start vote. We could click on the names or the numbers to register the votes. For the DRE, there is no overvote. After finishing the voting, click on OK to go to the next page, the back page, and it's just one party list. You vote for one party list. Currently, if you press return, we need to vote from the beginning. Yes. So we check or verify our results with the voting receipt. Thank you. Click start vote and scroll down to see. I need to verify. I'll check. 저거는 멤버들이 가지고 있을 지니고 있어요. 네. But the cards will be possessed by the. 설립하는 게 가능하냐고 물어보시면 version, I really believe it won't read. It won't read. The card won't read.
Can we test it?
테스트를 하고 있어요. 카드를 넣고 싶어요. 근데 그거는 나중에 끝나고서 go 이제 afterwards, after finish. 방금 그분의 이제 타임아웃 돼서 화면에 나가도록.
But this is a contact smart card, not a contact card.
컨택 스마트 카드로. 컨택 스마트 카드. 컨택 스마트 카드. 컨택 스마트 카드. I think you ran out of time. So. There was undervote? Undervote. Because overvoting is not possible with the VRE. Cast? There you go. What is it? After the 영어로 되는 거예요? 영이 되는 게 아니고 락이 걸려 스크린 락. Ah, the screen will be locked. The screen will be locked. 그러면 so the AV members will need to use the phone card to unlock the screen. Yeah, 30 seconds. It refreshes every touch. It refreshes 30 seconds. Unlike the OMR, which is just 20 seconds flat, which is the COR request. Yes, yes, yes. Refresh the timer. That's correct.
It will be locked.
It will be locked. Right.
You cannot vote anymore.
그렇지 안 되는 거. 지금은 못하고 ED member가 풀어주면 so the ED member has to authenticate and then unlock it so the so the voter could continue again. 이걸 너무 단비로 We'll continue. Okay, we'll continue with the demonstrations. Since everyone had a chance to vote, cast their votes. For now, we'll now close the machines and be able to transmit the results. So here we'll go to close voting. Okay, so in order to close the voting, authentication for the EB members again are required. Now the vote results will be generated. Also, the election return reports will be generated. The reports are programmed to print 8 reports, but for demonstration purposes, we'll stop after just one printing. So these are the election results. We see the votes garnered has changed. Since we have only voted just 4, this is a national report, and now this is the local report. It reflects the votes garnered. Okay. And the digital signatures of the EB members. Now here is the statistics report. So total number of valid votes, overvotes obtained by all candidates, the percentage of the ballot rate, fill-up rate, and such. Now we are ready to transmit. So we will insert the LAN cable. From the bottom screen, it shows that the LAN cable has been LAN cable is functioning. The network is functioning. You want to show this screen here? You want to show this screen? Yeah, you want to. Now we will initialize the CCS. This is the main screen, login screen for the CCS. We insert the backup USB. And with the chairman user login, so with the chairman user, we have logged in now to the CCS. We will conduct the token validator. Token has been validated successfully. And we'll do the vice chairman token validation now. Previously was the chairman token validation. Now we have finished both successfully. Now we have logged in using the chairman user. And after entering the BOC signatures twice for the chairman and vice chairman, now this is the initialization report of the CCS. Now the status of the CCS is able to receive transmission from the ACM. Now we'll transmit from the ACM to the CCS. The screen has changed after refreshing. The results has been transmitted from the ACM to the CCS. And also the central server here. And the media server. So this is the transmission report generated from the ACM. So successfully transmitted from the ACM to the servers, transparency server, and the MBOC. And also from the dashboard from the CCS, we click on monitoring transmissions, and we were able to see more in detail the information, such as the number of expected voters compared to the number of actual voters, and number of expected precincts, and number of received precincts. So there's more detailed information using this dashboard here. Now we're in the process of waiting for the transmission to be sent from the ACM number 2 to the CCS. Currently, we are transmitting now from the ACM2, number 2, to the CCS. Here, the dashboard has changed to green color. So the number of received precincts here is 2, and total expected precincts is 2. So all the precincts results have come in successfully through the CCS. Now we'll issue the canvassing report. We enter the canvassing menu, where we are able to issue the canvass reports. press issue. Again, we need the signatures, digital signatures of the BOC members. So currently we are signing the digital signatures of the BOC members, chairman, vice chairman, and member. Canvas report has been issued. Now we'll issue the COC report, Certificate of Canvas. But in order to do so, we need to change the threshold, which the COC report requires a threshold of 100% turnout votes in order to be issued. So we will log in with a special user to lower the threshold to the value of votes that were obtained by ACM number 1 and ACM number 2. So the total voters was 1,567, but now we are adjusting the number of voting voters to 8, which have voted this time. Again, with the token validator, we need to log in. Or excuse me, authenticate using the token validator for the chairman, vice chairman, and member. And afterwards, after logging in with the chairman user account, we are able to generate the COC report. Again, we use the token validator to authenticate the chairman, a vice chairman, and member of the BOC. After issuing of the COC reports, we are now able to transmit to the upper level and the upper levels to the PBOC ABRA. So now we have issued the COC report. Currently, we are in the process of printing the COC reports for view and dissemination. So from the camera, we could see that the COC report, the certificate of canvas, has been issued successfully. Digital signatures of the BOC members also needed in the report. Now we'll transmit this report results to the upper level CCS. Again, with the token validator, we are entering, we are authenticating the chairman, vice chairman, and member of the BOC in order to transmit to the upper levels. Now we are sending, and the transmission has been sent successfully. So here, the color has been changed from reddish pink to green. That the report has been received successfully. And also the other servers, the media server and the central server also has been simultaneously receiving these results. For demonstration purposes, we'll skip the other processes from going to the PBOC to the NBOC. This is the replication. This is the public web portal of the dashboard of the CCS, election returns received, local ERs, overseas ERs, certificate of canvases received. So we can see from one dashboard the status of the CCS. So that concludes the demonstration of the CCS. 하고 키패드로 키패드. 예. 그것도 말씀할 거죠.
Chair, can we ask you, can you do the honors of being the chairman of the BET? Can we invite our valued partner agencies and stakeholders to join the chairman? And Congressman Tanwaco.
On the screen. Scanner. Yes. We're doing the scanning of the QR code of the vote receipts. Thank you. So we finished the scanning of the QR code of the vote receipt. And here on the next left screen, it's a replication of the information of the vote receipt. The front. This was the original ballot the vote receipt was from. And we'll do another scanning QR. Yes, the ballot, the front face of the ballot, front page of the ballot. And this is the origin of the receipt. Yes. Also the back page of the receipt. Yes, yes.
sorry. So, so the next portion or the next demo, they will be demonstrating how a person with disability will vote using the DRE as an option of this machine.
Yes, this is the keypad used for persons with disabilities. Up and down scrolling. Used to change the names, change the candidates, to view the candidates. 0 will be to select the candidates. X will be to cancel. Sorry, X will be the OK button. OK button.
And then what kind of disabilities does it say? Blind or deaf or blind? Because there's
지금 제가 해도 돼요? 그러면 들으면서. If you want to try, press. If you press, it will. If you press the buttons, it will read the names of the candidates.
And then this is okay. And if I want to vote, I press this.
Press it. Yes.
Okay. And then this is if I press it and I make a mistake.
X가 okay. X가. This is the okay. This is the okay.
This one access everything.
이건 선택. This is selecting the candidates. This is to okay it.
It's a bit soft. So it reads the names of
The candidates.
It's a bit soft. It reads the names of the candidates. Here. There's some
With the arrows that we could use. For the audio, it needs to be placed on the person to be able to be listened to carefully. All right. It's done. Yes.
So paano kung ano, what if the number is 171, so I have to press it continuously until I reach 171?
Correct, for now.
For now.
For now. That'll be better.
Sorry, I should have different. Did I vote anything?
Okay, so that concludes the demonstration.
for the information of everybody, based on the ABC for the bidding, and we are going to lease 110,000 machines, the ABC would represent at least 155,000 pesos per machine bundled, meaning that will include everything, including the papers, the printing, the ballot boxes, the CCS, the laptops, and such other peripherals of the automated election system for the machines. This, when they offered the bid for the lease of these 110,000 machines, offered 149,000 pesos each for each machine, including all the peripherals. And that's for the information of everybody. Thank you.
So that concludes our demonstration for today. And thank you so much for gracing this proceeding. And we welcome you to enjoy your lunch. We have prepared food for everybody. So we'll take our lunch.